Greetings and salutations, viewers. Welcome to Book Expo 2018. I am Charles from Inspire the Muse, coming to you today with another author interview. This time round, we get to talk to Tom Morrison. Tom, thank you for taking some time out to talk to us about your upcoming release.
Charles, it's a great day and a busy day. I'm glad to be here. Thank you for having me.
So, what is the title of your upcoming release, and just what is it about?
So the book is called The Dash, Making Sure Your Obituary Won't Suck. You know, we all go through life. When I go around people, the 98% are chasing the 2%, and they're all reading books on how to be a millionaire. And they're so focused on that they're forgetting to figure out, how do I live a very fulfilled life today, being one of the 98%. And so many people will never reach the 2%. So my book really focuses in on 4 key areas that you have to have goals in order to accomplish that life. The 4 things that will control the success. And most people are stressed out in life today for one of 3 reasons. One, they don't have enough time, they don't have enough money, or they're surrounded with too many negative people. And the book
Or
really,
all of the above.
And the decisions based upon that. And it's a combination that just really drags people down. So my book really walks through in depth. It's probably the most comprehensive book. Most people write self-development books. They focus on an area where they struggle with. My book focuses from A to Z on the entire life of relationships, career, finances, and your health. And you have to have all 4 of those moving forward in a way that helps you maximizes your quality of life. My book from A to Z touches on all those things and how to do that and be very fulfilled in your life every single day, while you may have the opportunity to become one of the 2%.
That would be nice.
Absolutely. Well, yeah. Well, and we know that money doesn't solve everything. Everybody in Hollywood would be happy, and lottery winners would not go out of business, right? They wouldn't lose all their money, because many lottery winners end up bankrupt because they just don't know how to make good choices. So the book really helps you do that.
Very cool. What was the creative process like bringing this concept to life?
You know, it's kind of funny. I am not a huge writer. It took me forever to write a 5-page term paper. I couldn't stand it in high school. And so what I had to my creative process was, one, I had to come up with the title that I thought could be the driving focus and purpose. And it was funny, I had this blasé title. I usually do things outlandishly, and I was talking to a friend one day over a drink, and he goes, "What's the title of your new book going to be?" And I told him what it was going to be. He said, "That is not the Tom Morrison way. The title needs to be something like How Your Obituary Won't Suck." And I'm like, that's it. Yeah. So we circled the entire book around that notion. And then I sat down in the creative process, and I had to write 26 small books that all wove and interconnected into the overall theme and touched all those different elements we talked about earlier. And so once I got through with the 26, meshed them into an order that made sense and connected, and then kind of did another review with my wife, who's my editor and proofer, and it all meshed together. And what my editor even said is one of the best comprehensive personal development books she's ever read.
Very nice. So
kind of a systematic process, but my brain had to think in terms of 26 small books instead of one large 260-page book.
Now, may I ask, why 26?
You know, that was the number of titles and number of many topics that I came up with. I kind of went through and filtered into, like the first chapters on how to be the CEO of your life. So many of us look out and we're letting other people and other forces drive how we think. And I really believe that that their circumstances are never as bad as they think they are, and they always have more control of them than they think they are, and they're always more talented than they think they are. So the very first chapter of the book is, how do you believe in yourself and become the CEO of your life? And then I went to the next step and just thought about, what's the next step in that process? One's getting past all the things that have negative influences on you. So 26 just happened to be the number of thoughts that came to mind and that total focus on the Dash.
That's awesome. Were there any lessons that you learned yourself along the way while bringing this book together?
You know, I think for me the big lesson was just to take your time and think through what your unique value proposition in the book is. I mean, to me, at the end of the day, I wanted, when people read the book, I wanted them to have a feeling that they could truly do something different in their life. And I think every author needs to think about, what do I want if it's a fiction book or something, you want them to have a certain feeling at the end of the day about what they experienced in your book. If it's a self-help book or personal business book like mine, you want to understand, what I want them to take action and do after, what I want them to remember. So I want somebody to be able to say a year from now, "Hey, did you read The Dash by Tom Morrison? What'd you get out of that?" And I want them to remember that. So I think that's a big thing. A lot of authors, I think, that I've talked to really didn't think through in terms of what do they want the end to be looking back. So that's the thing I learned, is always look at the end and say, what I want people to understand, believe, and feel at the end of the day about the book, because that's what they're going to remember.
Hopefully.
Hopefully, yes.
Chances are, yes, considering your writing.
Yeah, and and to me, it's having my book. I try to have a conversation with the learner. I got question and answers at the end or questions at the end of every chapter on what did you learn from the chapter, and questions on how you're going to apply these into your life. Because that's what many people that read a personal development book never implement anything because the author didn't have a conversation good enough to actually have them take those steps.
Yeah.
So the very last chapter, the 26th chapter, has a series of questions throughout the entire elements of the book that I talk on, and it helps you really go through this transformational process of what do you want, and in all these areas that you need to make changes in, what is the first step you're going to make to get there? And so it really helps someone push them along in the process. Because I'm lazy too. A lot of us in our life, we are lazy about making change, right? We don't want to make any change at all.
Yeah.
And but if we're going to accomplish what we want in relationships and our finances, in your health, you must take those steps to move forward in them. And that's what I really hope to do with my book for tons of people. Very
nice. For our viewers out there, when does this book release? And where can they pre-order it?
Well, so you can go to the-book.com, the-book.com, and it'll take you to my book page, and you can choose to either order an autographed copy from me directly, or you can choose to go directly to our publisher, Waldorf Publishing's page, which it gives you a link, and you can purchase from them if you just want to pre-order it. Those pre-orders will come out in July and August, and the actual book is being launched on Amazon August 15th. So August will be the big day where it's the big launch. But you can get pre-orders right now at the-book.com.
I highly encourage our viewers and listeners out there to go do so. And come August, when it does release, and you've read it and it's changed your lives, please post a review online so it can help raise the visibility of this book and help others find it and enjoy it and learn from it. And of course, viewers, until next time, go be creative. Go read a book.